Hey Facebook, so I've been banned. Oops, sorry baby. She's not loving that light there. Been banned for 7 days thanks to William Floodgates posting a meme about the waxine. But I just wanted to jump on, catch up, possibly go through my birth story if I can make it through. And I'm not sure if I am live. I'm not seeing anybody jumping on. I'm not seeing any comments. I see somebody on now. So I just wanted to catch up, and just take a few moments to be really grateful for everything. So here's the kids. I'm going to turn the flash off so I can show you the baby. Here's Valencia Brielle. Whoops, rotate your device. So the kids are chilling, ready for bed. I'm just grateful that I got the laundry put away. Everything is clean. Kids' room door is closed. Closed it at, said no more playing at about 7 o'clock so that mom doesn't have to clean up toys anymore. So the room is off limits. They're chilling in here. Ready for bed, right guys?
No.
What do you mean, no? Really? Here's the baby. So I'm just grateful right now for everything. Seriously, everything. I got the laundry put away. Everything is clean for the most part. Got some dishes in the sink. But hey, they're all rinsed and so it's neat. It's not gross and nasty just sitting around, right? And I have OCD, so I have to have my house a certain way. I try to keep up with everything. Who can relate to that? This is my little office. My dream boards. All my, little reminders. Shine as lights in the world. Que sera, sera. Hi, Jen. Little but fierce. Stay magical. Dream. She is an unstoppable force. I think of myself as Wonder Woman. I'm a truth warrior. I have a truth. I always say I know the truth. I know the truth. I believe that I do. There's a universal truth in this world that is hidden and kept from us. I think we're here to reach enlightenment, like Buddha or Jesus or other masters, right? It just takes a little bit of time, but he has made everything beautiful in its time. Hi, baby. Oh, my crystals they need to be pushed back. It says inspire. And here's the baby. But I'm just grateful that everything is clean and in order. And I'm thankful, so thankful. Jen, I don't know if you're still on, but Dollar Tree, got a couple more. Dreamer and Stay Magical. But all right, I think I'm going to flip the camera around. If I can. Whew, hi. So, here's the baby. Can you say hi? This is Valencia Brielle. She was born February 15th, 2:18 a.m. She was home birthed. And it was not the fairy tale that I had envisioned and planned. But she's healthy and there were no complications. And so for that I am grateful and thankful and blessed, right? So I guess I will go through my birth story because let's see where to begin. First, Valencia Brielle means powerful warrior of God. Powerful warrior of God. Her name was chosen after she was born. It came within the first day. I knew I wanted something with a good meaning, like my two other kids. Amadeus Alejandro means he who loves God is the defender of mankind, and Leilani Amaris means heavenly child given by God. And so she, of course, needed a powerful name as well. So that came to me pretty quickly, and did not know she was going to be a girl. So this was my first home birth. I had Amadeus was a C-section. They said I was not dilating. And then I had Leilani. She was a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. I should turn on some light. Is that better? And had 5 miscarriages too before I had my kids. So yeah, Amadeus was a C-section, Leilani was a VBAC, and then I wanted to have her home birth. And I had this beautiful birth planned. I had the pool, got the yoga ball over here. You know, I wanted crystals and sage and meditation music. Excuse me. And all the things. We were out of town, actually, on no business of my own, but we were out of town handling some things 5 hours away from home, and I was not expecting to give birth for at least another month. All right, so we were out of town. This could get real and raw, just warning y'all. I'm not going to go into too much detail about some things to avoid, you know, controversy, I guess, right? But this is my story, and so I'm going to tell it. We were out of town. I was having some personal relationship issues, right? So I was actually at my mom's, and their dad was at his parents', right? So I'm at my mom's. Y'all, this is not the fairy tale you think. And I am talking with their father. And he sent me a message, said that he was going to stay out of town and work until the baby was born. And I didn't know if I was okay with that. But 2 hours later, I lost my mucus plug. And she said, hey, guess what? I'm on the way. You can't hear. Well, it's not playing. Let mommy see. The beginning? Yeah. It's not working, right? Just take it out.
And he was being picked on
by
his brothers and sisters.
Aw. She's watching puppy videos. Puppies and kitties? Is that what you're watching? What is it? Only puppies? Aww.
So,
it doesn't have any front legs? The puppy doesn't have front legs. Yeah, you're such a sweet, beautiful soul. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, can you take it over there, please, so mommy can finish? I love you. Love. Love, love, love. Alright, so he said he was gonna stay out of town and work until the baby was born, and literally like less than 2 hours later the baby was like, guess what, I'm coming. I lost my mucus plug. I was really shocked because I said I wasn't expecting the baby for like another month. Doula, I asked the doula if it could have happened because I was using the bathroom and pushing, but she said no. The mucus plug, she said, could regenerate if I wasn't ready, but guess what? I was ready. I started having contractions, and that's when I put up my first post where I said the baby was coming, and I downloaded, one of those apps where you track the contractions, right? And after like the first 4, it was like, yep, get ready, go to the hospital, you're about to have a baby. So I was like, oh, wow. I was like, is this really happening? Meanwhile, my brother, every time I have a baby, my brother's like, why do you gotta have the baby the day before my birthday? My daughter was born the day before him, and we were having like a little shindig for him. And he's like, why do you have to go into labor? And then with my son, my mom totally missed, no, I'm sorry. My mom she missed her birth. No, not her birth, Leilani's birth. She missed Leilani's birth because my brother wanted to go to Walmart. She was there for Amadeus's. She was actually the one that went in with me for his C-section. So I have a picture of her in the scrubs. It's hilarious. I love it. So, okay. Where was I? My brother at my mom's house was threatening to call the cops on me when I went into labor. For what reason? I don't exactly remember. But he was going to call the cops and have me kicked out of the house. And my mom, this is not the fairy tale y'all think. And it's real and raw right now. But my mom got pretty upset with him for saying those things, that he was even going to try to do that. And I'm like, you can't even, like, why would you? There was absolutely no reason for him. He was like, my brother's a whole nother story. Like I said, I'm not going to go into... Really? I lost signal. Sorry, guys. Yeah, lost me for a little bit there. I'm back. So my brother, yeah, we all have issues, right? But he has, like, you know, some of us have major issues. He threatened to call the police and have me kicked out of my mom's house. My mom got really upset with him. I cried a little bit. And then my contractions actually stopped during that period of time. And then they started back up again. We loaded the stuff in the car. Their father came, and we left to go try to make it back home 5 hours away because we were out of town, right? Like I said, I went into labor like a month before I thought I was going to. I was expecting her March 22nd, so I had her February 15th. We're on the road attempting to travel back 5 hours, and I just was like, it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, I'm on the phone with my girls, and they're trying to walk me through this. And trying to get a hold of my doula as well. And so this was like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And then I'm like, we're not making it back. All right. So we decide we're going to go to their father's parents, my in-laws' house. Right. So we show up there. I was having pretty bad contractions, but I was working through them really well now that I look back. So we go into his parents' house. I'm on the couch. I'm relaxed, chilling. Got a little bit of meditation music on, trying to relax as much as possible. My mother-in-law kind of freaked out a bit, called EMS. They showed up. They did not touch me. They were like, because I guess their father said, can you just like check her or something? I guess they wanted to see if I was dilated. I don't know what they wanted them to do. I didn't want them called. But anyway, they were like, no, like the only thing we can do is take her blood pressure. And we were like, no, then just go. Thank God. Because if they would have tried to touch me, I probably would have punched them. So they left. I'm on the phone with my doula by this point, and she's trying to walk me through it. And then she asks, when was the last time that I went to the bathroom? And I hadn't voided my bladder in a few hours. So in between contractions, I made my way upstairs, and this was not the birth that I had planned at all. But I'm just so grateful that it was easy. There was no complications, and she's healthy. Amen. So I go up to the bathroom. I sit on the toilet. I don't know if I peed or went number 2. I don't even know. Okay, but I'm on the toilet, so it's all good, right? This is what I remember. One big push, and all of a sudden it was like something. My water obviously broke into the toilet, and then one more big push, and guess what? She was here. But when we came from the living room up to the bathroom, coming up the steps, I was like, I feel something. I feel it. I feel her. I didn't know it was a girl or a boy at that point. So I think I probably said, I feel it, or I feel something right there. So she was definitely right there, ready to come out. Can you see her? And got upstairs, like I said, sat on the toilet, one big push, and my water broke into the toilet, and then one more big giant push, and she was out. Her dad caught her, right? Daddy caught you. And then he like hyperventilated, couldn't breathe. And then we were like, it's a girl, we realized. And then went into the bathtub, tried to relax. Again, laying back when you're giving birth, not such a good idea. You want to be up, sitting up, squatting, something like that is a much more comfortable, easier position. I was laying back a lot of the time. I did not know any better, but it's when the doula told me, hey, go to the bathroom, sit up. Or like when I was in the bathtub, I was laying back. When I finally sat up an hour and a half later, I was able to expel the placenta, which I had encapsulated, made into pills to take to get back all of the nutrient-rich blood that I lost during childbirth. So then after that hour and a half, when I lost the placenta, we burned the cord shortly after, and it was completely white. I have a video actually on here about the cord burning. It's on my YouTube, so I'll post that in the comments, the link for that. You can check that out if you want. So we burned the cord because we didn't have a clamp, so we had to burn it so that it wouldn't bleed, obviously, right? So the doula walked us through that. Amadeus almost lit the blanket on fire that the baby was wrapped in, but thank God he did not. Again, not the fairy tale y'all probably thought this was, but this is real and raw right here. So we burned the cord, and mommy fed her. I think I fed her actually like first. I fed her right away. As soon as I got in the tub, I was holding her and feeding, nursing her. And then after we burned the cord and I was detached, they had her in the other room where I was going to go. And Dad tried to help me get to the room, but every time I stood up, I felt like I was going to pass out. And I kept telling him, like, I feel like I'm going to pass out. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So guess what? On like the fourth or fifth time trying to get up and walk, I did pass out. And I was out for maybe 10 seconds, and I woke up to him saying, Mom, wake up. And so I woke up. I was dreaming about something. I do not remember what. And I was just out of it. I was like, where am I and what is going on? And finally was able to make it to the room, laid down with the baby, rested for a little bit. And I got up to eat some soup, which I ended up puking all of it up. Just in time, Dad came with the garbage can because it was one of those like, hurry up, bring me the garbage can, bring me the bag because I'm about to puke. So I threw up. So yeah, this was, but you were totally worth everything, all of it. Look, she's doing the same thing I'm doing. Worth it all, right? Totally worth it. Completely healthy, no complications. So that was the birth story. I don't know if I missed any specific part of it, but it was not what I planned at all. I wanted to be home in the pool, but God had other plans. Everything is divine timing. Everything happens in divine purpose and plan for a reason. Sometimes we don't know the reason right away, but there's a lot of things in my life that I can look back now and I'm like, okay, I see why that happened. You have to go through things to grow through things, right? So, and then I do want to share something else as well, because I told you this is real and raw. We stayed a few days at my in-laws, and on like the fourth or fifth day, I got into a little, whatever you want to call it, arguments, because of personal issues that I have going on, right? And it kind of boiled over to the family, and I felt disrespected. And so I left. And so Dad has been going back and forth right now. And why am I sharing this? Because like I said, this is my story and I want to share it. And so Dad's actually away for the weekend right now, and he'll be coming back on Monday. So Mom is home with 3 kids, but it's the weekend. So like, this is I need to learn to take the weekends off from my business and things. And just to be more present and focused. And I'm working on routine and structure. And I want to say that's difficult with 3 kids, but I know that's just a limiting belief and somewhat of an excuse, because there's people with more than 3 kids who have their ducks all in a row and have their shit together. And so though it's not easy, it's totally worth it. And I was jumping on to express gratitude for how far I've come, for everything that I'm growing through, and who I am becoming because of it. Because we all have a story, guys. And our power is in sharing our story. Being real, raw, and authentic, and opening our hearts. And so I'm working on myself and getting better every day. But so yeah, that was my birth story, guys. Like I said, not the fairy tale y'all probably imagined or thought, that not what I had planned. But no complications. She was birthed easily, and she is completely healthy, perfect, and beautiful. And so I couldn't ask for more. With that being said, I am going to jump off. So, oh, wait a minute. I wanted to getting all teary-eyed here. I wanted to talk about I was like harassed in the store the other day out here about not wearing a mask. So as many of you know, or maybe you don't know, but I'm team no masks. I refuse. I will not wear a mask because I believe the entire narrative behind COVID is bullshit. I believe the numbers are bullshit, the masks are bullshit, the waxine is bullshit. I don't know what I can say on here because I was banned because of a William Floodgates meme. I was banned for 7 days. I just came back as of yesterday. But I don't wear masks. My videos that I talk about this stuff, I post them on YouTube. They took them down. They try to censor anything that goes against the narrative. When people say I had a family member die of COVID, my first thought is, was it really COVID? Because from what I know, they're lying about the numbers. The ventilators are forcing oxygen in the lungs that cannot receive it. And so a lot of times it's the ventilators that are causing the death of people. So I refuse to wear masks. And I went into a store because my daughter had to pee. Leilani had to use the bathroom. And the guy in the front, we started walking in. I just walk in. And he's like, ma'am, you need a mask. And I'm like, I have a condition. No, thank you. And he tried a second time. Like, he grabbed a mask to try to give to me. And I was like, no, I have a condition. I don't wear masks. Walking through the store. My daughter wants to stop and look at everything. I'm like, come on, let's go. Hurry up. We got to go to the bathroom. And Dad and bro and the baby are outside waiting for us. And so I got 2 employees in the store said something to me, and then one lady said something. She's like, I have a health condition, or I don't know what she said. And I was like, well, what about my rights? Do my rights not matter? I was like, I have a health condition. Have you heard of HIPAA? And some people are like, yes, I've heard of HIPAA. I'm like, well then, I have a condition. I'm not required to wear a mask, and I do not have to tell you why. Mind your business. Mind your business. I'm keeping my distance. Stay away. 6 feet, right? Stay away. Cool. Going to the store. Boom, boom, boom. They're harassing me. I couldn't find the bathroom. By this time, we went around the whole store. I asked the guy at the front door, the one that tried to give me a mask, and the bathrooms are over there. I'm going to the bathroom. They're like, we're going to call the cops. These are just customers saying that. I'm like, call the cops. Go ahead, call the cops. Which the cops were never called. I made my way to the bathroom, took Leilani to the bathroom. When we came out of the bathroom, there were two ladies standing there with a mask talking about, put this on for us, put this on for us. And I was like, no. And I kept walking. They're like, she's just going to walk out. She's just going to walk out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to walk out. And I walked out the store. And as I walk out the store, there's an employee telling the lady at the bus stop, yeah, she didn't put her mask on. She didn't put it on. And I'm like, no, I didn't put my mask on. Hey, hi, it's me, the no mask girl. And he's like, oh, they're all like, it's against the rules. You're breaking the law. I'm like, the whole narrative is bullshit, guys. Yeah, I was like harassed in that store, Jen. First time that ever, that was pretty bad. But, and then the guy outside was coming up to me, trying to get close to me and stuff. And I'm like, have you heard of HIPAA? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well then, don't say anything. Don't say anything. And he's like, and I'm like, you know what? And I was like, it's all bullshit anyway. And the lady at the bus stop that he was talking to was like, she was like, yeah, shaking her head, agreeing with me. I was like, it's all bullshit. It's meant to keep us in fear. They're lying about the numbers, And meanwhile, he's getting real close to me. So Raul got out of the truck and scared him a little bit. And so I told him, I'm out here fighting for your rights, and y'all are fighting me. I'm a warrior out here. People might not see it that way. People think I'm freaking loony or just wear the mask. It's an act of love. Just wear it. Nah, man, I'm not conforming. I refuse to wear a mask over my dead body. It's all bullshit. And I think that more of us need to take a stand at this point in time in history. But there's so many people who they don't have the belief that the masks are bad, or just wear it. It's just a mask. No, now it's just a mask, and then what? Then now you have to take this vaccine, and if you don't have this vaccine, you can't come in the store, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. Sounds a lot like the mark of the beast to me. Yeah, it does. Can't buy, sell, or trade with this thing. And really, I'm like, what the hell is the world coming to? So I pray that more people start to awaken to our true divine spiritual nature, and we begin to take our power back and begin to realize that the power of the people is stronger than the people in power. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs, coaches, healers that I see wearing masks, and it's kind of confusing to me, to be honest, because I feel like, they are aware of a lot of truth, but when it comes to vaccines or the COVID or anything like that, they're completely kind of blind to that truth. I believe that the vaccines and COVID, it's all about keeping us in fear, dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered, to lower our vibrations, to keep us from making the shift that is currently happening on Earth right now. What shift is that? It's a massive human awakening to our full human potential. We're moving from a third dimensional level of consciousness to a fifth dimensional level of consciousness. Fifth dimension is the quantum, where we're more energy and less matter. Right? We're so focused on the flesh. We're conditioned and trained from birth to focus on the material world, and we neglect our inner world. Thing is, our inner world creates our outer world. As within, so without. And so, yes, dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered we have been. The vaccines, COVID, it's all about keeping us in those lower vibrations of fear and guilt and shame and anxiety and overwhelm. We've been trained as a society, as a culture, to be in lower vibrations because we're always on the go, go, go. We think we got to do. We got to be here. We got to do this. All material things. Okay? So we're moving right now in this transition, this massive awakening from 3D to 5D. 5D, I believe, is Christ consciousness. It's a level of consciousness where we are all one. It's a level that Jesus reached, that Buddha reached, right? That's a level of awareness. Your awareness expands. You become more aware of how reality works. You start to perceive things differently because we perceive everything. Everything's energy, frequency, vibration, light, and information, right? In the quantum, that's the quantum field. But we're focused on this, on the material world and solid matter, which isn't even really solid. It's 99.99999% empty space. E equals mc squared. But I go from my birth story, start talking about this. It's because of the mask experience that I have, and I don't wear masks, I don't vaccinate, and that's a huge part of my story, and that's why I had her home birth, because I refused to go into a hospital and have to get a freaking 10-inch cotton swab stuck up my nose with nanotechnology and particles going into my brain. Like, if you didn't know, now you know. Those tests are no bueno. So, can y'all see her? Her little, oh, I gotta pull her little nail off. I don't want to clip them. They're kind of long, but you know, baby's skin is so delicate, and if you cut their finger, they like bleed out. So yeah. Jen, was this from you? I don't know who gave me this. Say hi to everybody. Say we are warriors. And we fight for the light. Valencia Brielle, powerful warrior of God. Home birth on the toilet. Not in the pool like I wanted with my candles and sage and crystals all around. Was not a fairy tale birth, but she is completely healthy. No complications. She did not see a doctor, not once, during my entire pregnancy. And has not seen a doctor. She's completely unvaccinated, untouched, and unregistered. Not registering her. I have a year at least to decide if I want to get her a birth certificate and a social. This is actually the robe I was supposed to wear for my birth. This is a birthing robe. A nurse. I can look, y'all. It opens up. There's my boobie. Well, it's not really my boobie. It's a nursing bra. I can let that down. Right? Everything all natural. Everything. And I think she is probably going to want a nurse soon, so I am going to jump off in just a couple minutes. But yes, Jen, we are warriors, and I don't know what the hell is going on in the world, to be honest with you, but I know. No, I do know what's going on. I got to stop saying I don't know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. It's just like I just said. We are transitioning. We are awakening. We are beginning to take our power back, and the devil, the darkness, the bad forces, whatever you want to call it, that has been controlling us for millennia is shaking in its knees. We're in a deep spiritual battle, war right now, okay? Religions talk about it, but they don't understand it, okay? For we fight not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces in high places, darkness, right? Everybody's too focused on the material world. They say these things, but they don't understand their true divine spiritual nature. They don't understand the metaphysics, the quantum physics of as within, so without. That we are quantum beings. Everything is energy, frequency, vibration, light, and information. And when we can begin to tap into the quantum fields and open our hearts, right? Have a clear intention. Your clear intention is your thought, right? That's the energetic force. And then the opening your heart is the magnetic force. That's called brain and heart coherence. So when you can say you want something all you want, but you're not going to get it if you don't have the magnetic force or the heart power behind it. Really, love is the answer. God is love, and love is the highest vibration in the universe, right? So it goes back to everything. We're in lower vibrations. We've been in the 3D material world of Newtonian physics, where it takes time to manifest things, and we're in lower vibrations. Fear, guilt, shame, anger, all of those things, those are low vibrations. Though you won't manifest anything good from that space. That's why the Bible tells you to keep your things on Keep your mind on things above. Joy, peace, love, gratitude. Think of such things. Meditate on such things, because those are high vibrational emotions, and our emotions are energy in motions. And so we focus our emotions, our energy, we're focused, those energy flows, and what we focus on expands. And so we give our attention to the material world and to usually negative things, and we're constantly complaining about what we don't want, and then instead of talking about what we do want and breathing life into that, right? I knew she was going to want to feed, and I said I was going to jump off, but oh well. So that is the truth of our reality. The truth is, we create our reality, and we don't realize that because we've been asleep. And we're waking up, and we're beginning to take our power back, and the darkness is trembling, and that's what everything going on in the world right now is about. It's about keeping us in fear so that we don't ascend to the 5D. But it's going to happen. It's been prophesized already. Like, we know how it ends, right? God wins. God wins. People are going to wake up. People are going to ascend. We are going to create and manifest heaven on earth. It's only a matter of time. I believe that the old systems, as we speak, are crumbling behind the scenes. There's, like I said, a deep spiritual war going on behind the scenes. And a lot of people don't see things. They're not aware. Like, again, it's your awareness. You have to expand your awareness to move to a higher level of consciousness. Consciousness. It takes time to get from one point of consciousness to the other in the 3D realm. You have to move through space, and that takes time. But in time-space, the 5D quantum field, time is different. Time is an illusion here in the 3D world. Like, I'm still learning about this stuff, but I'm really beginning to understand it. Like, a guy told me, like, I don't know, a year ago, that I'd be able to move beyond time and space. And, like, I was like, okay, like, I don't know, whatever. Okay, what does that mean? I didn't know what that meant. And now I do. Like, there are other realms. We are not the only thing here. There's the seen and the unseen. There's the spiritual realms that the Bible talks about. It's the quantum. It's the unseen. Okay? And we can tap into that because at our core, we are our true divine spiritual nature. We are spiritual beings having a human experience and not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are far more than they have led us to believe. We are so powerful. We create our reality. So as a collective, we're all stuck in fear, most of us, right? Creating that reality of chaos and war and poverty and hunger and sickness. And we just think that that's just how it is. And that's just how it's always been. And so we fire and wire the same pathways in our brains, right? With the same emotions, and we tell ourselves the same story, and we create the same future. So, right, you can't create a new future stuck in a familiar past. You have to have new thoughts to create a new future. You have new thoughts, you fire and wire new things in your brain to make new neurological pathways that lead to new habits, to lead to new actions, that lead to a new reality. So we wake up and you start doing all the things you did the day before. You wake up, you have the first thought is the thought that you had before you went to bed, whether it's you were worried about bills or thinking about something you had to do, right? I try to practice gratitude right before going to bed and when waking up. I have my morning routine that I play through with affirmations and motivation and all the things. Because, guys, we literally need to reprogram our minds. And I've been doing this for a couple of years now. And now, as a coach, I understand it more. I understand that, yes, this is our subconscious mind. So by the time we're 35 years old, 90% or 95%? 95% of what we do is subconsciously already programmed into us from past experience. And that's why we keep reliving the same thing over and over and over and over. Because if you never get in and change it on a subconscious level, you're just going to keep repeating the same habits over and over and over. It's the same exact story happening over and over. That's what I just said, over and over. With Eve and the serpent, it's all an illusion. I'm getting chills, Steph. Yes, it's all an illusion. And my girl, she's a coach as well, Christina Walsh, she posted a meme that says, the greatest gift is being able to help another see past the illusion. Oh my God, I got chills on my face. It's all, guys, it's all an illusion. We're divine spiritual beings. We're perceiving the world through our 5 senses. Okay? The material world. All right? But there's so much more beyond that. But now, we're not tapping into that because we're dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered. Our pineal gland, which is our eye into the spiritual realms, our intuition, is targeted via fluoride, right? Fluoride is a neurotoxin. It was used in Nazi Germany to make people more submissive and easier to control, okay? After the Nuremberg trials, the people in Nazi Germany did a couple years in prison and were brought here to the U.S. to work for our vaccine industry, to work for NASA, to work for corporations here in the U.S. And along with them, they brought fluoride. And along with them, they brought their mind control techniques, the things that the heinous crimes that they were doing over there, they're now doing to us on a large, massive scale. People think mind control is a myth. No, y'all, like music and movies and all the things, okay? We are literally being programmed because we're living, breathing biological software. And in the first 7 years of life, we're in theta, which is a very low brainwave state where we are more susceptible to new information. That's why kids pick up things like a sponge, because they're being programmed by all the experiences that they're going through, family and friends and all the things. The third eye is the serpent eye. It's a part of the illusion. Steph, you know a lot. We need to chat. And the Bible talks about the third eye. If that eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And yeah, the serpent is made out to be bad, but is it really? So yeah, this was my birth story, and now we went into all these things, but this is great. I'm loving it. And she's loving it too. I want to look at comments. Yes, this is a spiritual war. You and your daughter look so beautiful. Thank you, Georgina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you are well. Spiritual war. It's still deceiving people, thinking that they are creating something when it goes against God's word. Yeah, I believe it's a huge, massive deception. We've all been deceived. And we are coming into a time of great awakening. And that's why this whole thing with COVID, I believe, is happening to keep people in fear, to keep them from awakening. Because when you're in low vibrations, you're stuck in that collective story, that world of fear and poverty and sickness and everything that's low vibrational. Now, if we can all just wake up and raise our vibrations and focus on joy and peace and love and gratitude and believe that a better world is possible, guess what, guys? We can create it. And it starts with you and with me. You have to change yourself to change the world. You have to heal yourself to heal the world. Okay, everybody's looking outside for everything outside them to change, but that's not going to happen. We have no control over anything outside of us. You can change your world by changing yourself, your inside world. We are creators and here to transform the world. Yes, Jen, amen. We were made for this. We were born for this. My niece is 1.5 years and no shots and no doctors, never been sick. Yep, my kids are not sick, besides maybe a little runny nose or something here or there. Like, they don't get sick. They don't get, these things that you see on the rise, childhood cancers and, autism and all the things, eczema, allergies, asthma. People think, oh, it's just hereditary, it just runs in my family. Yeah, it might be in your genetic code, but it takes a trigger that could be a toxin in a vaccine. Vaccines are no bueno, guys. Like, people just need to understand that. and really wake up to that. And so that's another thing. This freaking COVID waxine, like I said, I don't know what I could say. I don't want to be banned for another 7 days. But from what I've heard, it has RNA, which is going to delete and reprogram portions of our DNA. Like, this is, whatchamacallit, genetic warfare. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. On like a massive scale. So, I'm looking back at comments. Speak your truth. Yes, speak your truth, live your truth. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Ava. Thank you, everybody. I wasn't paying attention to the comments before. So, yeah, pretty much went over a lot of things here. Yes, they are keeping vibrations low. Think on these things. Yep, we're supposed to focus on joy, love, peace, gratitude, high vibrations. The Bible tells us to meditate on such things. Gratitude is the second highest vibration in the universe. One of the quickest ways to shift your reality, right? Focus on something that you have to be grateful for and come back to the present moment. The present moment is the unknown. Okay, that's where you want to be. In the present moment, in the unknown, where all possibilities exist. If you're in the past, you're in the familiar past, or you're in the future. How does it go? Familiar past or an unknown future. No. I'm forgetting this part right now. But the present moment is the unknown. You don't want to be in the known, the familiar past or the future, right? Because if you're in the familiar past, you're creating the same future, which is the known. Okay? You want to be in the present moments, in the unknown, where all possibilities exist, where you're tapping into the 5D quantum field, okay, where everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, light, and information. We all have access to it, guys. We all have access to it. We just need to begin to wake up more and more and more and tap into it. Tap into unity consciousness and oneness, wholeness. Get back to source, which is God, universe, divine creator, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's creative energy. That's all it is. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. In the beginning, God created. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was made flesh, right? We speak things into existence. We are creative energy. We bring things to life. Thoughts, we make thoughts things. Anything in this universe that you see was first a thought by a human being, right? They thought, I'm going to bottle up water. Let me create this. We are creators. Okay, guys? We're powerful, powerful creators. And we're all here for a purpose. And a lot of us are here specifically at this time for this transition, for this massive awakening, to help others and guide others. And we are awakening first. Baby, go hello. She's... Get it. Get it. Really? She's like, get it, baby. There. Okay. So, but that was my birth story. Wasn't the fairy tale. If you want to hear that, you can go back to the beginning. I told my birth story. And then I told about how I was harassed in the store the other day about not wearing a mask because I refuse to wear masks. I refuse to give in to that narrative. I want to awaken people to the truth. I believe that I know the truth. I believe I'm setting myself free. I am breaking generational curses in my family, and creating something different. I'm creating my own reality, my dream reality. We're far more powerful than we've been led to believe, and there's far more going on in this world than we've been led to believe. And so, yeah, I guess I'm going to jump off. Yeah, because that maskless experience led into quantum physics and epigenetics and all the things. Because, guys, like I just said, we are far more than we've been led to believe. And so, awaken, oh you mighty people, and take your power back. The power of the people is stronger than the people in power. So, you want to say goodbye? Let me cover my boobie. You want to say goodbye? Say goodbye to everybody. Valencia Brielle, powerful warrior of God. I love you. Say truth, love, and light. Truth, love, and light. And namaste, guys. Namaste means the divine in me recognizes the divine in you. You're a powerful creator. Awaken and change the world. Be the change, guys. I love you. Bye.